okay, be okay. Come festival time, we love to get on, yeah. People jumping young and old. When the DJ puts on all our favorite song, yeah. It's something that we feel in our soul. We raving and we jamming and we singing and we drinking and we thinking and we love it well. I am so glad to be born. Take whatever, do whatever, say whatever. Just let it be known. Take away everything I own. Take away what I love to do. Just let soca music play. And I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Said you could even bring your sticks and stones. I'm trying to break my bones. Whatever you do, just let soca music play. And I'll be okay. Yeah. I'll be okay. Be okay. Be okay. Yeah. Take away all my possessions. Yeah. You still won't do me anything. As long as I inside the session, yeah. To see my people dance and sing, yeah. We raving and we jamming and we singing and we drinking and we thinking and we love it well. Soca means the world to me, to me. Take whatever, do whatever, say whatever, and you will see. Take away everything I own. Take away what I love to do. Just let soca music play. And I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Said you could even bring your sticks and stones. I'm trying to break my bones. Whatever you do, just let soca music play. And I'll be okay. Yeah. I'll be okay. Be okay. Be okay. You can take what you want to. Take what's mine. I'll be okay. Be okay. Be okay. Once I've got my music, I'll be fine. Take away everything I own. Take away what I love to do. Just let soca music play. And I'll be okay. Yeah. Said you could even bring your sticks and stones. Break my bones, whatever you do.
Say whatever you wanna say. Use the sticks and your stones and break my bones.
Be okay, be okay, be okay.
After all that, I will be okay.
I own. Take away what I love to do.
It's on the roof, we kicking things off. Check card, I'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll be okay, be okay.
Welcome to the night shift with DJ Kingdom Steel Community and Finance.
To get on, yeah. People jumping young and old.
Let's go everybody last game.
DJ put on all we favorite song, yeah. It's
How you doing?
we feeling our soul. We raving and we jamming and we singing and we drinking and we thinking and we love it well. I am so glad to be born. Take whatever, do whatever.
So, I'll be honest with you.
Just let it be known. Take away everything that
I'm supposed to know how to have one person.
yeah, what I love.
Am I going to be
And I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Said you could even bring your sticks and stones. I'm trying to break my bones. Whatever you do,
Fix something.
soca music play. Yeah. I'll be okay. Be okay. Be okay. Yeah. Take away all my possessions. Yeah. You still won't do as long as I inside the session, yeah. To see my people dance and sing, yeah. The way soca means the world.
Massive healing from across the pond. Top of the morning to everybody in the UK.
Say whatever,
Queen Genius.
we'll see. Take away what I love.
Stand blessings, man.
Just let soca music play. And I'll be
Big up to the family up there in New Jersey.
okay. Said you could even
Chilling out.
I'm trying to break my bones.
Yeah, and I massive. My brother from another mother, the motivator. Blessings to you.
I'll be okay, be okay.
Those locked in.
You can take what you
On mix102.com.
It's mine. I'll be okay, be okay.
Symbol puts me in all kind of work, both in New Jersey and in Jamaica with F96 FM.
Take away everything.
Blessings, family.
Take away what I love to do.
See what's the better in the business, Mr. Clinton Lindsay.
Take away what I love to do.
Blessed Earth Day, sir.
Music play.
So Lindsay celebrated an Earth Day yesterday.
I'll be okay, be okay, be okay. Come fast,
It's done in a trip around the sun.
yeah.
Chill.
People jumping young and old. When the DJ put on all our favorite song, yeah. It's something that we feel in us.
Massive up there in New Jersey.
We living and we jamming and we singing and
Chilling out, right?
we love it way on.
So the people in New York feel.
Be born. Take whatever, do whatever, say whatever.
Exhibiting the power of music. There's a family,
Everything I
an island worldwide.
away what I love to do. Just let soca music play. And I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Send
China Nicole,
and bring you
Gary and the Jump Out production crew, much love to you.
my bones, whatever you do. Just let soca music play. And
I'll be okay.
I'll be okay, be okay, be okay. Yeah. Take away all my possessions, yeah. You still won't do me anything.
I want to say thank you to my segment sponsors.
As long as I inside the session, yeah. To see my
One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation.
yeah. We living and we jamming and we singing and we drinking and we thinking and we love it.
Much respect.
Soca means the world to me, to me.
And
Do
OJLDF
whatever,
is committed to protecting justice and equality for everyone,
way everything
especially individuals who have been wrongfully accused,
to do.
marginalized,
Soca music
or deprived of fair legal representation.
and I'll be okay.
OJLDF believes every person deserves the opportunity to defend their rights regardless of their financial circumstances.
You do. Just let soca music play. And I'll be
They're also all about holding government officials accountable in Jamaica.
You can take what you want to, take what's mine.
And when I say government, they emphasize
Got my music.
you could be orange, you could be green.
Take away everything.
Doesn't really matter.
Take
You violate the people of Jamaica, you will be exposed, and they're coming after you.
and I'll be okay. Yeah.
Check them out, ojldf.net.
Break my
See how you can get involved.
Just let soca music play.
Involved with holding the government accountable and also in the relief efforts.
Thing I own. Take away what
Yeah, they toss their hat in the ring.
you
And as a 501c3,
and I'll be okay. Yeah. I'll be okay.
and with holding themselves accountable and being transparent,
Get on, yeah. People jump.
they're providing services where they can help in Jamaica also.
We favorite song, yeah.
So check out the website,
Something that we feel.
ojldf.net.
We living and we jamming and we singing and we drinking and we thinking and we love it.
Ask your questions, reach out to people, subscribe
To be born.
to their platforms and
Whatever,
broadcast.
say whatever. Just let it be known. Take away everything I
I don't think you'll be disappointed at all.
hear what I love to do.
I want to say thank you to Althea and her Healing Heavenly Hands. Althea is a licensed massage therapist operational of Broad County, North Miami-Dade and South Palm Beach counties.
Even bring your stick
She comes to you,
bones and trying to break.
bringing her table, her oils, and over 20 years massage therapy experience.
Just let soca music play. And
Give her a call, schedule your appointment today, 954-655-9000. That's 954-655-9000.
You still won't do me anything. As long as I inside
She only has one request outside of paying her.
to see my people.
It's that she gets off her table and go sleep somewhere else when she's done.
We bet.
It's called the Kevin Steele clause.
I'm thinking now we love it way home. So come
And if you didn't know before, it's because I am always falling asleep on that table.
whatever, do whatever, say whatever, and you will see. Take away everything.
Thank you, Miss Althea.
Take away what I love to do.
I want to say thank you to the Global Bass.
And I'll be okay.
The Global Bass, Global Digital.
You could even
Navigate your journey across music, event, marketing, and much, much more.
you do. Just let soca music play.
It's a realm where social spheres awaken through their mastery.
I'll be okay.
So go ahead and embrace the invitation to liberate your creativity unbounded and free.
Take what
Just like their consultation.
be okay.
Free.
Away everything I own. Take
The Global Bass is your catalyst for everything related to music production, radio, and event promotions.
and I'll be
Check them out.
okay.
TheGlobalBase.com.
Be okay. Be
BA Global BASE.com.
time me love to people jumping young and old.
Let them know you heard about them on the night shift to DJ Kevin Steele.
Song, yeah, it's something that we feel in our soul. We living and we jamming and we singing and we drinking and we thinking and we love
The
it.
Global Bass is also included or involved
Take whatever, do whatever,
in doing their part in relief efforts.
just let it be.
You'll find out how a little bit later.
Thing I own. Take away what I love.
Thank you to McNeil Trucking.
Just let soca music play.
McNeil Trucking is a veteran-owned, licensed and insured mover in the state of Florida.
Said you could even bring your sticks.
So if you want to move from the Keys to Jacksonville,
My bones, what?
although it's kind of chilly up there, you might want to move the other way.
Just let soca music play.
From Naples to Palm Beach,
I'll be
Pompano to Pensacola,
you.
and other points in between.
Take away all my possessions, yeah.
If you want to move some things into storage or around the corner, down to the next city,
As long as I inside,
you don't have the manpower, you don't have the transportation, don't worry.
see my people now.
You have the name, you have the number. McNeil Trucking,
Jamming and we singing and we drinking and we thinking and we love it way.
954-406-9740.
To me, take whatever
Call them up and tell them Kevin Steele sent you.
and you will see. Take away,
They'll be glad to hear from you.
take away what I love to do. Just let soca music play, and I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Said you could even bring your sticks and stones.
I want to say welcome to those who are locked in on YouTube Live
You do.
and at the home of the night shift to DJ Kevin Steele, kevinsteele.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.
I'll be okay, be you. You can take what you want,
G Angel,
what's mine. I'll be
it's always a joy to see you, sis.
once I've got my music, I'll be fine.
Invite him to call a friend, tell a friend, friends of your friends, friends of your enemies, enemies of your friends, and your enemies too. Call somebody, anybody, everybody, let them know. It's that time.
Music play,
Time for the night shift to DJ Kevin Steele, and tonight
okay.
it's Community and Finance Night.
Said you could even bring your sticks and stones. Break my bones, whatever you do.
Tonight, we're looking at disaster recovery planning.
And I'll be okay. I'll be okay, be you.
Now, when you think about a disaster, and especially a natural disaster, you don't really look forward to it happening to you. Thank you, Rupi. Rupi gave us our introductory music tonight, track called I'll Be Okay. And it's one of the things to think about also when you're in a natural disaster. will you be okay? And generally, you want to maintain a positive outlook, right? You want to say, yes, I'll be okay. And everyone around me will be okay too. We're just going to take some time to get back to okay. And so you can only think about how can I prevent this from happening again if or when we get through this moment. Hey, Andrea. Welcome, welcome. Big ups to my baby mother. Inside joke, yeah. So, you can get involved in the discussion tonight. We can talk about a few things. Numbers to call, numbers to text, wherever you are in the world. Those of you that are watching it, scrolling across the bottom of your screen right now, it's 9754. It's not any of those numbers. It's 773 789 Stu. It's 773 789 7839. Having a real moment. Dre, it's your fault. I'm blaming you. But those of you that are watching on kevinstew.com or on YouTube, the number is scrolling across the bottom of your screen for you to get in touch and share your ideas, your views, your thoughts on disaster recovery and the planning involved in disaster recovery. Can you just get up and say after a disaster that it's all gravy and everything's going to be fine, we're going to fix it? Or is it important to have a plan and work your plan? When you search online for effective recovery after natural disaster or after a natural disaster, your search engine may give you an overview or a result that goes something like this. Effective recovery after a natural disaster involves a phased approach, starting with ensuring safety and meeting immediate needs, followed by assessing damage and performing necessary repairs, and finally, rebuilding and strengthening your home and community. Prioritize emotional and mental well being by seeking support, staying connected with loved ones, and limiting media exposure to reduce stress. Now, we could possibly do a full broadcast just dissecting that bit of text. Each segment. And we could place it alongside what we're seeing happening in Jamaica. Yes, Andrea, limiting media. I figured that would cause some kind of response from some people. All right, so media can make or break a situation, right? In this instance, it is limiting media to reduce stress. Why would you want to do that? Well, for some people, it is reliving a very traumatic experience before they've had the opportunity to get some help. They haven't yet developed coping mechanisms, or they are triggered by whatever they see being presented. And so, especially for an individual like that, you want to limit their media exposure. they're probably focused on getting their home, their community back to a standard of habitation, depending on the level of destruction, right? So, seeing what is going on around them may be counterproductive. So, that's addressing that for a little bit right there. But you take each section, and I'll allow you to do it on your own time, ensuring safety and meeting immediate needs. Okay, I said I'd allow you to do it on your own time, but it seems to be where I'm going. Immediate needs. What are the immediate needs after a natural disaster? Let's take the most recent one that most of us are quite familiar with right now, Melissa, passing through the western section of Jamaica. And I emphasize western section of Jamaica because there are individuals that say Jamaica is destroyed. Jamaica is not destroyed. West parts of western Jamaica is very much destroyed. But Jamaica on a whole is not. And I was talking with a co-worker of mine today. She just came back from Jamaica. She was on the eastern part of the country. And she's like, you would never believe that there was a natural disaster. Because everything is pretty much back to normal on the east side of the country. She was in the Portmore area, and she's like, party keeping, school keeping, outside keeping, everything keeping. These people are not directly affected. So the people that are on the west side of the country are having a totally different experience. And to put it into perspective for some people, think Dominican Republic and Haiti. Some people might say, boy, Kevin, it's not that bad, don't draw such a comparison. Have you seen parts of Western Jamaica? Have you heard the cries of some of the people in Western Jamaica? That's the kind of comparison that you do need to make. When an individual is going to be driving through and crowds gather around to say, you have any dry crackers? You have any water? I'm hungry. People who were comfortable and self-sustaining are now at the behest of anyone that has a little bit extra that they can give. That is a serious situation. Something like that requires preparation to prevent in the future. But can you really prepare enough to deal with a situation like this, where buildings are removed from their foundations, where service station structures are removed from over gas pumps and placed on top of two-story buildings? Is there any way to really prepare for that? Is there a real method to recover from that? Do you plan for that extent of damage? Well, You plan for the worst and hope for the best, right? When looking at immediate and short term recovery, you want to ensure safety. So you confirm your immediate surroundings are safe. Address physical needs for food, water, shelter. Andrea said food, shower, shelter, therapist. A lot of people leave out that aspect, that last one, that therapist. That is the part of the recovery that is needed the most right now, in my opinion, the therapist. So you want to ensure safety. You're talking about food safety, you're talking about personal safety, you're talking about efforts to maintain optimal health, which in some areas right now is a stretch. Then you want to address immediate damage, perform first aid on your home, such as drying it out and calling utility providers to report downed power lines, and in the event of it being present, gas leaks. Now, most of the homes in Jamaica that have gas would have gas cylinders, so you turn off the cylinder. Now, can you find that cylinder after the storm? That's another story. You want to tackle tasks in small steps. When you look around and you see total devastation, you don't know where that small step, that first small step is going to be coming from. But you want to set priorities and focus on one manageable task at a time to avoid feeling overwhelmed. So if it is that you're cleaning up the front of your house, and after you do that, it is to clean up the front of the neighbor's house, then let that be the plan, and you execute it as such. Then there is the restoring of the utilities, which goes beyond an individual task. That one is more along the lines of utility companies. Work to restore essential services like power and water, but only after confirming that they're safe to use. When you look at an area like Content in Manchester, where the water is rising from underground, making sure you have safe drinking water is quite a mammoth task, because you don't know how much of the water supply is affected or has a potential to be affected. So you're talking about constant checking and testing of the water. We have a habit of putting in boil water orders in effect in Jamaica after a natural disaster, and quite rightly so. But if you have no energy to boil the water, so your gas cylinder is gone and you have no electricity, so you're making fire outside to boil your water, then you have to store that water. So it's a whole process, and you have to plan it out. I remember after Hurricane Gilbert, my mother had implemented the bucket system, and we had a number of buckets, I guess, through the house, now that I think about it. And I remember getting a low water supply in the outside pipe, and we'd set buckets. And we had gas stoves, so we could boil the water. So set the bucket boiled water. This is drinking water, and that is placed one part. And then we had our shower water, which is another. No, not the water truck shower water, not that water. The water that we're using to shower. Or, like G Angel said, when it rains, you capitalize on that. Use that as your opportunity to go take a shower. But this is in the short term. There's more that comes into play when you're talking about long-term recovery and rebuilding. And in this, you're assessing repairs, and you thoroughly assess structural damage and have a professional inspect buildings to ensure that they're safe before you rebuild or you go back in. And you clean up and you rebuild and you check for relief. So there's steps and stages to the thing. Through it all, you're making sure to check in on your emotional and mental well-being. This is all a part of effective recovery methods. When you hear of recovery after Melissa in Jamaica, what do you hear? Because it's concerning for me. But I want to share tonight some of what is done in some other places as it relates to disaster recovery. And the first thing you want to understand, and I got this from FEMA. The first thing you want to understand is that disaster recovery is complex. It's quite a complex procedure, practice, however you want to term it. It is complex. Threats and hazards present emerging and intersecting risks to disaster recoveries, including increasingly severe and frequent weather events, hazardous materials, catastrophic technological disasters. Communities may still be recovering from one disaster when another occurs. Case in point, the hurricane blew through, and there were communities that were shaken, not too much stirred, and then came the floods. And then they were just totally out of it. That was it. No, nothing more to do. Because everything was gone. That one, I'm not too sure you could prepare for that one. And I don't think anyone who lives in that area could say that they were prepared for that. For this, what is happening right now. G Angel says they took the planning and preparation and execution of those plans in the recovery process a step further as it relates to water, because some of the water that was used after the bath was used to flush the toilets. And that is just good practice. You want to maximize the resources that you have. So wastewater is not just wasted. It is used in a manner that can get rid of other waste. If you understand. Cool. So in the light of disaster recovery planning, there are some things to keep in mind. Of course, safety is all the way up there at the top of the list. Recovery efforts may be disrupted, delayed, or forced to restart as new disasters arise. And new incidents may derail or set back a community's ongoing efforts, requiring them to pivot or revisit earlier recovery stages. This complexity highlights the need for flexible approaches that account for the interconnected nature of recovery operations. So many would think that the powers that be, the government, as the case may be, should be doing a whole lot more. Maybe they can. Maybe they're putting in place these steps. Now, if it is the latter, then we are being reactive and not proactive. And that's a big part of disaster recovery planning, thinking ahead. We're going to take a quick break. And as we go off on the break, there are a few things that I want to make mention of. One of them being the acquisition of the audiobook Empowered, Essential Concepts and Strategies every woman should know about self-defense. I think everyone should know about it too, because I learned as I narrated this audiobook written by Jonathan Field, and you will learn something from it too as you listen to it. So visit Audible, download your copy today, or just go to kevinstew.com, click on the book cover that you see there, the picture of the book cover. It takes you to where you need to go to get your copy. Get one for yourself and one for someone else. Gift them. And also, I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast that there are disaster relief efforts that are taking place. Well, here's some information on one such effort.
On October 28th, Melissa, a Category 5 hurricane, turned her wrath upon her homeland, Jamaica. In the aftermath, thousands of homes were destroyed, lives, pets, and livestock were lost, and dreams and hopes dashed. Resilient as we Jamaicans are known to be, our brothers and sisters on the island need our help now. To this end, the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation, OJLDF, has launched its official fundraiser. Please donate generously at ojldf.net. We are depending on each and every one of you to get the most needed supplies to our people at home. Go to ojldf.net. That's ojldf.net and hit the donate button today. Thank you.
Showtime Entertainment, in association with Global Digital and the Dias Disaster Relief Fund, presents Hearts for Jamaica Relief Fest, Sunday, November 23rd, from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. at the Dan Calloway Tate Recreational Park, 1420 West 10th Street in West Palm Beach. It'll be a day of food, family, and fun. Bring the entire family. Your contribution, just one big bag of non-perishable items. That's one big bag of non-perishable items, supported by the City of Riviera Beach and Mayor Douglas Lawson. Live performances from Nige Boy, Third World, Force MDs, Red Fox, Ernie Smith, Matt Stuntman, Galaxy P, Ed Robinson, Anthony Malvo, Amari, Caution, Joseph Benaya, Kumar Fire, Suzanne Sultry, Ya Mystic, Lady Tia, G. Cole, The Greaves Brothers, Chico, Brimstone, Brian Anointed Vale, Shanoy, Andy Valentine, Queen Maxine, Onyx Brown, Stacey Miranda, Jasmine Headley, Clement Aubrey, and the Code Red Band. MC Sir Rockwell and Francine Michi Boo. Music by DJ Sunny and Island Vibe. It's gonna be amazing. Sunday, November 23rd, 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. at the Don Calloway Tate Recreation Park, 1420 West 10th Street in Riviera Beach. Live stream powered by Flex Media. Live broadcast by Caribbean Radio HD and Island Gold Radio. Again, you don't want to miss it. For more info, 954-980-4145 or 561-336-0971. Registration to attend, it is caribtix.com/Hearts for Jamaica. And remember, your entry is only one big bag of non-perishable items per person. Special guest, Consul General Oliver Mir. This is going to be an event to remember. Let's do it for Jamaica. I'll see you there.
Starting all over, candlelight bright. I don't have a villa or a bed in sight.
We love it. We love it. Yeah, man.
Well, here it is. The Foundation Radio Network app is now available for Android and iPhones for free. Yes, you heard correctly. Just go to your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store and download the Foundation Radio Network. Big people music with the young in mind. Now you can carry the Foundation Radio Network around with you wherever you go without ever missing a beat. Listen to Clinton Lindsay Mondays through Fridays, 12 noon till 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tony Ryan Monday through Thursdays at 5 p.m. Marlon Burrell Mondays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Kevin Stew Mondays through Wednesday at 10 p.m. And T-Rob Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Check out Reason with Rattigan Saturdays at 3 p.m. Homegrown with G. Cole Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Hillsman comes to you Sundays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. and Brother Mitch Mondays through Fridays at 7 a.m. And check out the Foundation Radio Network Top 30 Countdowns on Fridays at 2 p.m. And don't forget to subscribe to Clinton Lindsay's YouTube channel at Clinton Lindsay Official. And cut. What are you doing, dude? You tell me somebody can direct the thing. I did not. Foundation. People just get the app.
Get your Miracle Fire Rub for all joint pain, poor circulation, inflammation, and other aches and pain. Rub it on, the pain is gone. Rub it twice, then you feel nice. Miracle Fire Rub is all natural, all herbal with no side effects. Order yours today, 876-808-5903 or call 876-372-1366. Miracle Fire Rub. Rub it on, pain is gone. Rub it twice, then you feel nice.
Hi, this is Cara Manti, and you're listening to DJ Kevin Stew, and this is The Night Shift.
Oh God, me island cry, but we still rise, Jamaica strong. No friend for. She tear down the place, mash up we walk, but still we there, still we stand tall. Cause love never dead, it conquer all. Mama I pray, the picnic them all tight. Darkness come, but we find the light. From the countryside to Kingston, we sing it loud. Jamaica strong, Jamaica strong. We rise again from the flood, from the pain. One love, one blood, one name. We rebuild again, we no shame. Jamaica strong, my people brave. Every tear become a wave. We pray, we hit, we move as one. Cause God and love bring back the sun. Neighbor to neighbor, we lend we hand. Help the youth, them fi understand. We can't survive if we no unite. All together, us bring the light. We send prayers from foreign to yard. We are one world, one heart, one God. From Montego Bay to Portland Soul, we rise again. We are God bless grown Jamaica strong. We rise again from the flood, from the pain. One love, one heart, one flame. We build again, we call your name. Jamaica strong, we never gone. We live through the night till the bright new dawn. We pray, we heal, we move as one. Jamaica strong. Father, guide me through the storm. Keep the people safe and warm. Bless the island where we born. Hold we close till new life dawn. Jamaica strong. We rise again. Jamaica strong. We rise again. From the flood, from the pain. One love, one heart, one flame. We build again, we call your name.
Her name is Aisha Barrett.
Jamaica, you're the
Track is called Jamaica Strong.
Jamaica. Jamaica strong. Forever.
One of them anthems, you know it go. Welcome back to the broadcast. It's the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew, Community and Finance Night. And we're talking about disaster recovery planning. Through the storm, we seek refuge, we seek protection. And up from the rubble and the ash we rise like the phoenix. We've done it before. We will do it again. Magical Merle, greetings. Oh, so glad you've gotten electricity back. Power restored down in parts of Manchester. I love that. Because they're doing the work, you know. And it's all a part of the recovery. It may not be quick enough or fast enough for some, but understand that it is happening. It takes time. When you think about all these downed power lines, if the power service were to just take up themselves and just flick a switch and put the power back on, you realize how many more deaths and injuries there would be. So, of course, they had to do some assessment and restore in stages. But the work goes on, yeah? And kudos to those that are doing it. Now, during a disaster, and well, more specifically during disaster response, according to this document from FEMA, which is their disaster recovery framework, the federal government seeks to address the needs of affected communities through life-saving and life-sustaining operations and by stabilizing community lifelines, which are the most fundamental services in a community that support the functioning of society. Officials coordinate initial response efforts as identified in the National Response Framework, the NRF, and the Response and Recovery Federal Interagency Operational Plan, FIOP, and actions taken during the response phase often have a major impact on recovery efforts. This coordination is important to ensure continuity and alignment between response and recovery efforts, from stabilization to recovery planning and implementation. One of the things that I found interesting about this bit of information from the Federal Emergency Management Association or agency, they have somewhat of a flow to the whole disaster recovery efforts. And it starts with pre-disaster, where you have preparedness. And preparation is something that is ongoing. So you make some preparations. Let's say you put a column, or let's use something practical. You put up a seawall to prevent the ocean from coming in too far. If there are no storms for 5 years, you can't just say, yeah, we had put up the seawall and the seawall is there. It will do its job. You do need to check on the seawall to make sure that it is as sturdy as you thought it was when you put it up. You may have to do some reinforcement. You may have to do a little bit of supporting, or implement additional strategies or apparatus to make sure that that seawall holds up the way you want it to. So it's an ongoing effort, this preparation. Then, if a disaster does hit, what next? So, in the next few days and weeks, this is where you have a response. and the recovery planning really gets legs and start moving. So you did preparation planning. Now you got over this the disaster hit. Now you start talking recovery. And this is over the span of the first few days to the first few weeks. What comes after that, as you go along the flow of this continuum, is recovery and rebuilding. We know Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was Santa Cruz. So the actual recovery and rebuilding process, this now takes months to years. Forget the weeks thing. Nah. We're talking about years. I remember it took a few years before we removed the tarpaulin from our roof after Hurricane Gilbert. Yeah, you heard me right. We're still setting buckets a couple of years later. And it's just because the resources wasn't there to get it all fixed the way it was supposed to be. And we find that this is the situation for a lot of places. Now, in South Florida, we've always had disaster insurance, flood insurance, and such. One of the problems with having things like that comes with, after the claim, and I don't know why insurance companies are like this, after the claim, the premiums go up. So now it's more difficult to get the kind of protection that you need from insurance that you're supposed to have. Make it make sense. But I guess it's also a business. So, I'm looking at some of the comments in the chat. People are encouraging people in Jamaica to get their solar panels and divorce from the Jamaica Public Service. Well, that too takes time and resources. Now, to achieve successful disaster recovery outcomes, a few things have to happen. We're talking about a community-driven, locally executed strategy being critical to successful disaster recovery. So, at a community level, there needs to be a plan in place, and the right personnel need to be available with the right resources to execute this plan. Every community has unique recovery priorities based on its circumstances, its challenges, and resources. For example, some communities may conclude that success requires relocating part or all of their infrastructure to mitigate future crisis risks. Others may pursue more resilient building practices, thereby decreasing vulnerability to weather hazards. And ultimately, successful disaster recovery plans are shaped by the community, clearly communicated and pursued as part of a unified effort across all disaster recovery partners. So, there isn't a one-size-fits-all when it comes to the recovery process. Hey, cuz, how you doing? I want to say big ups to my much-loved cousin Sharon, who just joined us. And Sharon is also in Jamaica. So we have to make sure that one, the resources are there. Two, the people who are supposed to be managing these resources are not only present, but are also accountable to the community and trustworthy. One of the things that we see going on is resources are being provided, but people are not getting them. So the recovery efforts also includes an ability to administer the products, the resources that are available for the recovery process. And so individuals have to be trustworthy. Individuals, and we will put people in place because we trust them. But as some of us know, the campaign is a little bit different after the elections. I'll leave that right there. But you're familiar with what I'm alluding to. So each community will have different needs. Each community will have different methods of administering to those needs. But at the core of it all, what needs to be there is a plan and methods of communication to execute that plan. It doesn't make sense you have a plan sitting down somewhere and nobody to communicate the details of that plan. It just doesn't work. It cannot be done. Don't even think about it. Because the plan is just going to sit there. And pretty much just gather dust. So it becomes counterproductive. Then, in the case of the US, the federal government comes into play. In the case of Jamaica, the government. So you have local government doing their bit in the specific area of a disaster, and then you have general government doing their part. When we think of the efforts of the general government, the ruling party in the case of Jamaica, their efforts is to make sure they're coordinating international relief, right? And when that comes in, then they distribute accordingly based on levels of disaster and need. Again, at the forefront of that is ensuring safety. When you have your shelters being destroyed, what kind of relief then would be the first thing to provide for people in a situation like that? Naturally, it would be shelter. But shelter and food go hand in hand as basic needs. And so here you have a shelter being destroyed. Chances are, or more than likely, what was also destroyed in that is whatever resources, whatever food resources was available. So, in my opinion, as you go to assess an area that is damaged like that, you provide or you travel with some basic necessities. Water, some biscuit, crackers, anything that can be easily consumed and carried that doesn't require preservation. But most of all, water. And I'm not saying that anybody that went out to do assessments that didn't provide these things are innately bad. No. I'm just saying that there was a lack of planning being implemented as that process took place. But not only a lack of planning, there was a lack of communication. And I know communication is difficult after a disaster like this because communications are all cut off. But somebody had to communicate with somebody to say this is where we're going to meet up. So somebody had a little bit of information. Somebody had a little bit of method of communication. Somebody was right there on the ground to give some type of feedback. So if you see that happening, then there's a breakdown in the process of disaster recovery and the planning that went into it, which then delays the recovery and causes a major problem later on. Because now you'll have people paying with discomfort and disease. Yeah, because that's another part of the recovery process. Remember, we mentioned making sure that the surroundings are safe, the environment is safe. In a disaster of this magnitude, you are talking about removing garbage, debris, and decay. Decaying debris, decaying animals, decaying people. That is the harsh reality of a recovery project of this magnitude when it comes to a natural disaster. Because lives will be lost. Lives of livestock, lives of pets, lives of people. How do you navigate that space in order to maintain a level of safety? Keep diseases down to a minimum and provide services to those survivors. Again, at the forefront of it all, food, shelter. We're going to take another quick break. We'll come back. We wrap up some of this. I try to consolidate some of the other information that I have for you, and we'll wrap it up and then get into musical therapy a little bit later on. But still, it's time. You have time to call a friend, tell a friend, reconnect with someone that you haven't spoken with in a while. Some people are, as Merle said, getting electricity back in their homes. So it's one step closer to quote-unquote normalcy. Yeah? And as we continue to embark on that journey to normalcy, we pray for those that are far from there, because they do exist. Continued prayers. We'll be right back.
Hey Dad, how do you throw a curveball? How do you build a fort? How do refrigerators run? How do fish learn how to swim?
Kids ask a lot of questions.
How high can you jump?
But you don't have to know every answer.
How many phone numbers are there?
Because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent.
How do cell phones work?
There are thousands of children in foster care who don't need every question answered.
What's electricity?
They just need you.
What's the moon made of?
For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hurricane Melissa has passed and Jamaica needs our help. Showtime Entertainment, in association with Global Digital and the Dias Disaster Relief Fund, presents Hearts for Jamaica Relief Fest, Sunday, November 23rd from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. at the Dan Calloway Tate Recreational Park, 1420 West 10th Street in West Palm Beach. It'll be a day of food, family, and fun. Bring the entire family. Your contribution, just one big bag of non-perishable items. That's one big bag of non-perishable items, supported by the City of Riviera Beach and Mayor Douglas Lawson. Live performances from Nige Boy, Third World, Force MDs, Red Fox, Ernie Smith, Matt Stuntman, Galaxy P, Ed Robinson, Anthony Malvo, Amari, Caution, Joseph Benaya, Kumar Fire, Suzanne Sultry, Ya Mystic, Lady Tia, G. Cole, The Greaves Brothers, Chico, Brimstone, Brian Anointed Vale, Shanoy, Andy Valentine, Queen Maxine, Onyx Brown, Stacey Miranda, Jasmine Headley, Clement Aubrey, and the Code Red Band. MC Sir Rockwell and Francine Michi Boo. Music by DJ Sunny and Island Vibe. It's gonna be amazing. Sunday, November 23rd, 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. at the Don Calloway Tate Recreation Park, 1420 West 10th Street in Riviera Beach. Live stream powered by Flex Media. Live broadcast by Caribbean Radio HD and Island Gold Radio. Again, you don't want to miss it. For more info, 954-980-4145 or 561-336-0971. Registration to attend, it is caribtix.com/Hearts for Jamaica. And remember, your entry is only one big bag of non-perishable items per person. Special guest, Consul General Oliver Meir. This is going to be an event to remember. Let's do it for Jamaica. I'll see you there.
Starting all over, candlelight bright. I don't have a villa or a bed inside.
We love it. We love it. Yeah, man.
Imagine having our own Caribbean Center.
Imagine a museum highlighting our history and the contributions of Caribbean people to the world.
Imagine being able to visit and learn about the islands we call home.
In a place where our kids can see and feel their cultural heritage.
Your contribution to Island Space Caribbean Museum will help this dream come true.
Visit islandspacefl.org/GoFundMe
and donate today.
In a world where creativity thrives, welcome to the Global Base, where innovation meets authenticity. Launching January 2024, it's the groundbreaking The Global Base TV app, celebrating individuality in music, events, and entertainment. Available on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon TV. It's your platform to create, amplify, and express your individuality. Join us at theglobalbase.com and at The Global Base Promo. The Global Base TV, redefining entertainment, empowering creators. Your stage, your voice, your world. The Global Base TV.
Hey, I'm representing for DJ Kevin Stew, working on the night shift radio show. Won't go changing like the weather, just to please the devil never. Well, DJ Kevin Stew sell his soul. That's a word and honor. It's Christine representing word and honor. Celestia DJ Kevin Stew.
1988, Gilbert was the last major hurricane.
Babes, Melissa Bowie, Jaja. Yo, me pre-walk one down a yard, and me heart pain. The one Melissa, the female hurricane. Any woman out there near Melissa, remember Melissa? That are the worst name. The whole place a ball. Them can't understand. What make Melissa? I feel my shop we island. I true wanted and I keep a party one day and get the best dressed female to a tough face man. Melissa dump and we like the Lakers. All gangster ball forgot watch the fakers. Me know say Melissa is a girl from foreign. Where a yard man trick forget him papers. All trees start drop before breeze start blow. All CNN reach a yard so you don't know. All flat bridge gone underwater from early, so you don't know how the river them a flow. Melissa come with vengeance in our eye. Mash up people lost and few people die. Make we join hands and heart and fix back the place. Jamaica full of love that them can't deny. I hope Rosalie have money for buy dinner, and she never use the whole of it for buy the beamer. Yo, St. Best full of so much water, you know. You can't reach Santa Cruz unless you is a swimmer. Our Songsters Airport, who know our seat. Part now have the roof, but everything a leak. Me can't believe in the middle of the storm. Looters out the road, I look something for thief. To reach a St. Best, you know, you need a boat. Every vegetarian, I go start eat goat. The whole plantation mash up. So every family in a foreign, link up, cause them need with support. Me start pack a 1 barrel from me see the first news. Plus no one on the time for the picking and choose. All some hot girl who used to talk about Louis. Now, them will take a second hand shows. Right now, anything will work. All the star me it's better than 10 Gilbert. Melissa come with vengeance in her eye. Mash up people house and few people die. Make we join hands and out and fix back the place. Jamaica full of love that them can't deny.
Babes, that's something I look good. Yeah, that's what I say. Yo, Melissa have me away. Melissa have me away.
Zone about a general. It's all about Hurricane Melissa. Yeah. Melissa have the whole place weak. So how do we get past this? Are there steps to take? Are there things to do? Well, yeah. And it's important that we are aware of what those things are. One of the things that you don't really want happening is people going into places just to look. If you are not, if you don't live in a particular area and you're not going to assist to provide services to people in a particular area, why are you only going there to look? I understand we're a curious people. Cool. The other part of it is some people really want the attention on social media, so they want to get the likes and they want to get the recognition but in a time like this, it goes beyond something like that. And you who are okay going to a place where people are not, just for the sake of getting content, just for the sake of being seen, if you can benefit from that, then think about the people who really need the benefit from that. You know what I'm saying? The people who are living there that have managed to take a picture or two or to catch some video footage, if they can get the attention, if they can get the likes, if they can get the monetary return on social media based on their content, don't you think they stand to benefit a little bit more? So how about, instead of trying to steal their glory, give them the opportunity to show the world what they're going through so that they can get remunerated for it as a part of their recovery efforts. How about that for a suggestion? One of the things that is important in the whole disaster recovery planning and preparation, disaster recovery planning and execution, is information. So the great minds, let's create the scenario. The great minds get together, they assess what could have been and what can be, and they put a plan in place that if a disaster strikes, this is how we're going to execute the recovery. Disaster comes, it's time now to implement. If people don't have access to that information, how are they going to know what to do? So that information needs to be available. But not only that, and this is going to rub some people the wrong way, people need to be able to read and understand said information. So now this speaks to something that goes beyond the immediate. Because if our young adults are going out into society and they're unable to read and understand, that's a disaster within itself that also needs a recovery plan. So now we have expanded from a natural disaster to an administrative disaster. But we're going to bring it back. I went searching for Jamaica's disaster recovery plan. And on this broadcast, I'm not generally one to criticize how our government operates, but, and I don't like using but and however after making a statement because it negates everything that I said before. So in light of that, needless to say, I found no such plan. Now, I presented you some information from the FEMA disaster recovery plan. So, where is the disaster recovery plan for Jamaica that would probably be put out by the ODPEM? Didn't find one. What I did find, however, were newspaper articles. A newspaper article is not a recovery plan. An interview, a report in a gazette. This is not a recovery plan. I did come across one website that states that Jamaica unveils largest ever hurricane recovery plan. Okay, cool. Here is the problem I have with said headline. I don't know what the initial, not as large recovery plan was. And I wasn't able to find it. But let me give you this information as I had found it on what site is this? LN24 international.com. And y'all can time me with this one. Information starts as follows. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has unveiled Jamaica's largest ever hurricane recovery and reconstruction program following the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa, which left damages estimated between $6 and $7 million. The multi-phase recovery plan is being hailed as a historic and comprehensive national effort. The initial stages focus on rehabilitating schools, small businesses, and key public institutions, with repair work already underway across several parishes. In its later stages, the government aims to build climate resilient infrastructure designed to better withstand future storms and protect vulnerable communities. The Prime Minister described the plan as a turning point for the nation's future, emphasizing that the reconstruction effort will not only restore what was lost, but also lay the foundation for a more sustainable and disaster-ready Jamaica. According to early assessments, the total damage from Hurricane Melissa amounts to nearly 1/3 of Jamaica's GDP, underscoring the storm's severe economic and social impact. The end. Yeah, that's it. But no recovery plan. So is the recovery plan a secret? Is the recovery plan just words to toss around? Because I didn't find it. Maybe I didn't look hard enough. I am willing to be corrected. I'm willing to be reprimanded even for stating the false. All I'm saying is when I did a quick search, I didn't find it. So if I didn't find it when doing a quick search, would anybody else? And not to say that I am any better a researcher than anybody else. I'm just saying, hey, I looked for it to present some information from it, but I didn't find it. Where is it? And I asked that last question because, like I said before, people need to know. So, in a part of the preparation, because recovery, a part of that recovery is preparation before the storm. You have to prepare for what you're going to do in the event of a storm in order to get the ball rolling for the recovery to happen. Where is that information? That includes things like knowing where your evacuation routes are. It involves things like knowing where the shelters are. If that shelter gets damaged, it is knowing where another shelter would be. It is being aware of where your food sources and your water sources would be after said disaster. It is not people wondering, how can I get some water? That is what it is not. And like I said, you can't really plan for a disaster of this magnitude, but you can plan for a disaster of the worst kind. You plan for the worst, hope for the best. In your efforts to make sure you cover the worst, at no time would you have to worry because you have put yourself in such a position that the worst may never come and you'll never have to use up all your resources. Take what we have experienced already and build on that. Hurricane Gilbert was how long ago? 1988. So some 4 decades ago. You want to tell me we learned nothing much from that we could implement certain things? Like putting our disaster recovery plan somewhere that people can see it and get familiar with it. Yet nobody wants to be looking at a disaster recovery plan. I agree. But we should at least know where to find it. And if we're in the business of proactively taking care of our communities, at a community level, even if it doesn't happen on a mass governmental level, at least at a community level, there should be something in place. So here's my suggestion. Whomever that member of parliament is, whomever that councilman, council person is, now, as the recovery efforts are being undertaken, now you're asking the question, okay, how the recovery plan going? What does it look like? What is on it already? Because if you're not planning now for the next potential disaster, you're setting up for a disastrous event. Think about it. I prefer to err on the side of me being wrong than it happening and we all being aware of what could have been. The reality is, we've seen the disaster that Melissa has brought onto Western Jamaica. It's not, I guess, it is not a imagination. It is nothing like that. The reality exists, and we can all go on social media, go on news platforms, and look it up. It's there. And some of us have people that we can pick up the phone and call or send a message to and get an understanding of what it was, what it is. I'm sure if Merle were to call my phone now to tell us a story of what her experience has been in the last 2 weeks, there'd be people clutching pearls and gasping. Because we've never had an experience like this. This is where we prepare for another experience like this. By putting in place and understanding what disaster recovery planning should be. It is everyone's responsibility to have a plan. Because if you fail to plan to fail. As we get into musical therapy, Zone of Mr. Vegas. Like you are not. Listen to the message in the music.
And longer nights, but love all around, we will be alright. Oh, wicked and Melissa, you're blowing things away.
In this time when people from all walks and all places are lending efforts to the recovery process, we understand the languages of love. This is Panama.
Language she knows just ain't stopping me. Take my hand, feel as my touch sweets. Got this feeling, baby, you're my queen. 'Cause the language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. The language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. Empress love, come share my throne. Let me touch you with a little song. Let me live right inside your home. Side by side, right where you belong. 'Cause the language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. The language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. Listen close to this song of love. Give you chills with one little touch. Kiss your lips, just enough. Hold your waist tight till your sweat runs. 'Cause the language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. The language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. Can't stop it, can't stop it, can't stop it. Two as one, such a perfect love. I am the earth, and you are my sun. With your love, watch me as I grow. Words we know, languages of love. 'Cause the language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. The language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. Church bells ring, and I heard a choir singing.
This is Nikki Fire. It's called All I Could Do Is Cry. Nikki Fire will be at the benefit concert this coming Sunday. The Hearts for Jamaica concert. as well as she is busy behind the scenes and some of the prep work. I say big ups to all those putting in the work, trying to provide support and relief for the survivors of Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica and other parts of the Caribbean. This is Claudia C working out with another performer that will be there on Sunday, Brimstone.
Your moves make me go wild.
As a matter of fact, I know Brimstone courtesy of Merle. Yeah, very same Merlin that just joined us. Thank you for the connects, Merle. This track is called You and Me. Let's go.
It's got the key to my heart, and nobody gonna tear us apart. The way you got me feeling lately, I know you feel the same way, baby. But it no matter how the world gets crazy, the nights and the chat now.
One more of the performers for the Hearts for Jamaica concert. This is G. Cole. He's working out with Fiona. Track called Feel the Same Way.
When it rains, you call my name, and when we're making love at night, they say love's a fairy tale. They say that's how it seems. Oh, yeah. They might be right, since every night I lay beside the man of my dreams. Girl, you got the key to my heart, and nobody gonna tear us apart. The way you got me feeling lately, I know you feel the same way, baby. But it no matter how the world gets crazy, the nights and the chat now phase me. I just love gonna say wait. I know you feel the same way, baby. The little things that you do and say mean the world to me. We've been here since midnight, now it's way past 3. It's the way you love me, baby. You keep me coming for more, baby. So dim the lights and close the door. Girl, you got the key to my heart, and nobody gonna tear us apart. The way you got me feeling lately, I know you feel the same way, baby. But it no matter how the world gets crazy, the nights on the track now phase me. I just gonna say as a real icon, someone ask you, have you ever been inside on a rainy night, holding your lady tight like I have?
Two more of our performers.
You ever had your dreams along?
Two veterans.
Coming through it.
Ed Robinson. Ernie Smith.
Have you ever been to bed with music in your head, forgetting your daily bread? I tell your friend it's true, it's a pretty thing to go through, just between me and you.
Cause right now the rain is coming down, Lord. It's coming down on my rooftop, coming down. Me and my lady holding tight, doing all.
Just getting through a little musical therapy.
Never stops, no. And the rain is coming down.
Closing out this edition of Community and Finance on the night shift to DJ Kevin Steele. The remake of a 50-year-old track.
I think you left the car windows down.
And it's a rain, puss and dogs out there now.
Ooh, I love when it rains.
You know what? Make it wet up here, baby.
Okay.
I tell your friend it's true, it's a pretty thing to go through, just between me and you. Oh,
Cause right now the rain is coming down. Coming down on my rooftop, coming down. Me and my lady locked in tight, doing alright. I hope it never stops, no.
I know the rain is coming down.
teardrops in your eyes.
Many are trying to get her to perform,
Much more than I can say.
but she's been busy working behind the scenes.
To think that someone,
This is Miss Joanna Marie.
one like you, and if I was her, I'd be right by your side.
From the album Covered in Soul.
Lay your troubles on my shoulders, put your worries in my pocket. Rest your love on me a while.
This is Joanna Marie, and it's all about DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift. You feel for some stew? Check out Kevin Stew.
Rest your love on me a while. Saw you in the corner on the moment I walked in. Saw your lonely face across the room. No, I won't forget it, and the way it might have been. Why did you have to leave so soon? You know I hate to think that someone could have loved you more than me. And at times like this, I've been right by your side, baby. Lay your troubles on my shoulders, put your worries in my pocket. Rest your love on me a while. Lay your troubles on my shoulders, put your worries in my pocket. Rest your love on me a while. How long must I wait for the last train to be here and the last chance to know? Get to think that I was born too soon. How long, honey, when the loving don't come? I was there when you left me, just didn't know how to begin. Oh, yeah. Lay your troubles on my shoulders, put your worries in my pocket. Rest your love on me a while. Lay your troubles on my shoulders, put your worries in my pocket. Rest your love on me a while.
You say you didn't get to do your hair today. That's okay, baby, that's okay.
Yeah, man, it's no big deal.
You didn't have time to put makeup on your face. That's okay.
This is music from Danglin.
I like it that way.
It's called I Adore You.
You're a natural beauty where you're hiding from.
Come on, show off your natural beauty.
Forget to make up, baby, make your natural look now. Hey, believe me when I say you're a cutie, absolutely. In case you're not sure, let me remind you. Whoa, I love the shape of your nose, the curl of your toes, the touch of your lips, the curves of your lips. I see open your smile, innocence in your eyes. Most of all, I'm sincere. I love the natural look of your hair. I adore you, my dear. How I know that you're all that I want and need, all that I want and need. Ooh, it's for sure that you're all that I want and need, all that I want and need. Ooh, feel like the genie grants all of my wishes. When I wake up each morning to your kisses, you're the link my chain's been missing. Out of all the songs that I've written, this one is to show I'm committed to you and you alone. I know this world can make you doubt yourself. I'm the only mirror you need, girl, no one else. You are royalty. This was meant to be. You mean everything to me.
As we part company, I want to do it a little bit differently. Track called Conversations with. As I'm grateful I got to have this conversation with you. This is Robert Dubwise Brownie. As we part company, remember, look out for members of your community. Your community is not just a development that you live in, but it spreads far and wide. So the people you pass on the bus, the plane, the boat, the train, whether you walk, ride, or drive, the people that you see on social media going through natural disasters and surviving, these are members of your community. Try your best to do something good for one of them today, because you never know who's going to do something good for you tomorrow. My name is Kevin Stewart, so I like to do it to you, for you, and with you. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, right here, kevinstew.com, the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. And big ups to the affiliates. You know, I couldn't do this without you. I truly appreciate of you. Thank you to the listeners. Thank you for sharing. Catch up with y'all later on. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you wherever you are in the world. From right here in South Florida, I bid y'all a good night. Be good. If you can't be good at it. Take care of yourselves.
And salutations, one and all. You're invited to tune in to the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. It airs on Mondays with Community and Finance, Tuesdays with Healthy Love, and Wednesdays with Real Talk from 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time. Come spend some time interacting in the stew pot where we keep things bubbling and wind down in musical therapy. The night shift with DJ Kevin Stew is on kevinstew.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.